Our honored educator this afternoon is Mr. Charles Meline, with a GPA of 103.6, the class of 2008 valedictorian, Ms. Jessica Wooten.
Really? Oh, yeah.
Well, there are a lot of people here. Well, these last few days passed really quickly, didn't they? It seems like only yesterday we were walking through the halls, griping about returning to El Dorado for a fourth year, seeing the same people, and going through the same boring classes. It seems like only yesterday that we were a group of delighted and scared freshmen entering the large school for the first time. Remember those days? Back before they decided to label the halls for our convenience? I distinctly remember having asked several times about which hall was the E hall, which hall was the B hall. I was lost a lot the first few days. That's just one of the things that sticks out to me looking back over my time at El Dorado. Another thing that really stands out is we never really got the freshman experience. You know, with nasty seniors, like we are now, coming and calling us fish or ordering us to do this or that. I guess we were kind of lucky in that aspect. However, I don't think we'll be so lucky going on to college. Now we'll truly get to be fish. Life as we know it will begin again. After all, high school is a lifetime in itself. I could probably go on about the details of the parties and the pep rallies, the many school-sanctioned events, and a few that were held on our own afterwards. The way the administration always seemed to be around the second you broke the rules. Oh, and there's no way I can forget the lockouts. You know, the dash and scramble game to get to class, and the subsequent pounding on the door and begging to get in. Yeah, that was fun. In any case, those are just a few reminiscences. I suppose that's what you need in one of these speeches. In any case, this goes out to all of you, my classmates, who experienced love for the first time. Or you think you did. Chances are it was a mix of hormones. I can't exactly sympathize with that, but I know that's one of the things that has always defined high school. This also goes out to all of you who procrastinated on those essays to the point where you were printing them out a good 30 seconds before they were due.
She struck a note on that one, did she?
Or emailing them to a teacher at 11:59 at night. This goes out to all of you who spent hours at school beyond what was necessary, doing sports, clubs, activities, or simply loitering around campus with friends. This speech is dedicated to all of you who went through high school and grew, because it was a learning experience for all of us. I'd like to take the time to mention all of the people who deserve it. My mom, for one. She was always my backboard for ideas, my shoulder to cry on. She was just there for me. And the rest of my family, too. I'm not going to go on because I know you want to graduate already. All of them have been wonderful support. I'd also like to thank every mother, father, brother, and sister out there, as well as the more extended family that has come out here tonight. Without you, this amazing class would not have been possible. And last but not least, the amazing faculty and staff that have proven to be the bane of our existence over the last few years. I'm kind of kidding about the bane part. I'd like to thank all of the IB teachers because I realized that they were guinea pigs along with us. These include Mr. Moline, Miss Dobler, Mr. Molina, Mr. Cabala, Mr. Wilson, Mr. Pa, Miss Arroyo, Miss Torales, Miss Magallanes, Miss Hasso, and the writing lab Shaw. The Omni and... Thank you also to Miss Shaw, the omnipresent one who seemed to know our every action before we took it. So thank you, and thank you to everyone else I may have forgotten. I really apologize. So as the time here comes to a close, I would like to reiterate what a pleasure it has been to learn and grow with all of you, class of 08. I would do it all again. No, it's over. We're done. But take this last lesson with you, class of 08. Forgetting you is like the last digit of pi. It's just not going to happen. Thank you, Jessica.
Yeah.
Tonight we will also honor special students for their contribution to El Dorado High
What,
School.
sweetheart?
We will announce our Aztec of the vast and powerful Aztec Empire. It was the foundation and place where the emperors came together, and the Aztec contributed to establishing El Dorado High School as an academic institution, and they truly represent our values of accountability, zeal, teamwork, excellence, and commitment. Because these students have exemplified these values, El Dorado has become a better place to learn, thrive, mature, but most importantly, excel. We present to them, as you will see, a symbol of Tenochtitlan. Helping me with this very special award is El Dorado's own Teacher of the Year. Let's hear it, Ms. Ida Perales. Our first recipient. This young man faced a tremendous challenge this year, but he handled it beautifully. As a very successful For the next recipient, most students and staff members at EDHS are unaware that this student has made a tremendous personal sacrifice. The student came to us from Mexico, and we immediately discovered that she was very intelligent and she'd be perfect for the IB program. The problem was, she was actually a candidate for graduation in '07 with all her credits from Mexico and would not be eligible for the IB diploma in '08. She decided to stay in high school an extra year so that she could become an IB diploma graduate. When I grow up, I hope to be as smart as she is, Miss Mariana Cuellar. I have seen such a change in this next recipient. Never mind the physical transformation. He's one hunky guy now. But it's been wonderful to see him become such a well-spoken young man. I feared that he would initially suffer from being in the shadow of a very high-performing older brother. But wonderfully, and to our amazement, he is also high-performing and different from his brother. He will make El Dorado and SISD very proud. He is an honorable person who always thinks of others first. Mr. Marius Mannix.